Hey gamers, Gecko here. If you are unaware, Guilty Gear Strive just had its first rank reset. Everyone who is in the top 50 of Vanquisher players has been given a special reward, and their battle points have been reset back to 1,500. Arcsys is going to be doing this around every 3 months, so the next reset will be in March. If you want special rewards, make sure to go and get to a top 50 spot in Vanquisher. I don't think I got anything special because I wasn't really playing ranked after the first, month, and I'm definitely not a top 50 Giovanna or Unica player, so it is what it is, though. I'm happy to have a rank reset. But that's not the most shocking news that came out of this. No, alongside the announcement that there are a bunch of new goodies for people who are at the top of the rankings, Arc System Works announced another thing that they're doing. Banning people! Arc System Works put out a statement about the Guilty Gear Strive ranked mode, saying that they are going to be enforcing ranked and photo mode bans in order to punish people who are breaking the end-user license agreement. The thing should be up on the screen now, but I'll quickly read it out to you so that we're all on the same page. Definitely not just to pad the video, why would I ever do that? Thank you for playing Guilty Gear Strive. We have implemented rank exclusion and network restriction measurements in response to violations of the terms of service in ranked mode and digital figures. This will target all platforms. The confirmed violations so far have been intentional in-game issue exploitation, inappropriate posts in digital figure, repeated harassment or inappropriate behavior towards other players, and unauthorized modification of rank points or duel ratings. Rank exclusion will have affected players removed from all rankings, and they cannot receive any ranking reward. The network restriction measures mean that affected players are unable to access any network mode. No lobby, no ranked, no tower, no digital figure. Fuck you! And the number of cases that have happened so far are 19. That is way less than I expected it to be. We will continue working to maintain a safe and enjoyable environment for all players. Thank you for your continued support on Guilty Gear Strive. Now, you may remember I was complaining a little bit ago that we weren't getting anything out of Arcsys recently. They weren't talking to us about anything, probably because they had nothing to share. But they are at least still willing to talk about us when things happen, as proved by this. I will say, of all the video games I've ever played, it's very rare that I find someone who I think is cheating in Guilty Gear. The most I've ever seen was back in Raiding Update. People would use, not cheats, but underhanded tactics in order to boost their rating up. This was a lot of playing in floor 10 when you were very much a Celestial player kind of stuff. However, in my time in Ranked, the worst that I've ever run into is someone who's probably lag switching. And even then, I didn't report them because that kind of thing is really hard to prove. Sometimes games just get a little bit laggy, and a lot of times when I thought someone was lag switching, they'd show up in my chat and apologize because they're just on Wi-Fi or something. Still though, it's nice to show that Arcsys is doing at least a little bit of moderation on their servers. It's been a long time since I got anyone being a dickhead to me in Guilty Gear. The worst I ever had was in the first year of the game coming out. A lot of people were really rude in the tower. People would send direct messages to you after you beat them, being, well, a dickhead. But since Ranked, I've not really had anything bad happen to me in any form, really. So I like to think that the low number of cases is more a reflection of the community itself, rather than Arcsys being loose on the moderation. You have to remember, the game doesn't have that many players right now. On Steam, it cracks over 1,000 pretty regularly, but not much higher than that. If we say that's the same for PlayStation and Xbox, with about 3,000 active players, nearly 20 is a pretty decent portion. Under 1% of the player base is getting banned, but it's still near 1%. Well, kinda. My maths isn't very good, and I have a really bad headache right now. Cut me some slack. But still, I commend Arcsys for actually showing us that they are doing something about people being rude. And it should deter other people from being dickheads in the ranked mode. As for things in digital figure, I basically only use that for thumbnails, so I've not really been looking at what people are doing in it, but I'm sure that people have done some terrible things in that. Getting that shit out as well. Good on you. Good on you. The only thing I could think to improve this is maybe a more robust reporting system. Like, if you run into someone and you're having a problem in that game, being able to explain what the problem is would probably really help. Right now, from what I remember, you kind of just press the, like, report button, even if there is one. I can't remember if there is. And it just goes into the void. In fact, I'm not even sure there is a report feature in the game. I genuinely can't remember. This is how little interaction I've had with this kind of thing. The old solution was you just blocked whoever was being an asshole to you so you didn't play them again. But now if you can actually, you know, send reports of people having inappropriate names, saying inappropriate things in lobby chats, using lag switching or any kind of desync bullshit to fuck with their games and mess with their rank points, then it would be really helpful. Granted, they probably need an actual moderation team to get this stuff done, but it would help out quite a bit. Now, there is definitely one question that this raises that I think a lot of people are going to ask. Why now? Strive just passed its 4th year of being on the market, and we're now getting moderation tools. Why? It's one of these things where, yeah, it would have been really nice to have at the start, but now that it's here, it's very strange. And once again, I kind of think that this is more of a playground for Tokon systems. It feels like a lot of the later stuff in Strive, the rank system, free on free, this, have been Arcsys testing out systems to work in their next big projects. Marvel is very touchy with what goes on in their games, and they would absolutely want to make sure that their games is not filled with absolutely rancid shit at the start. People can be very mean on the internet and like to have a lot of fun at other people's expenses. So if they don't want that to reflect badly on the brand, Arcsys is going to need some kind of way to stop people from doing that. Well, that's this. So I do think Guilty Gear Strive is once again being used as a test bed for things that are coming into Tokon. I'm not saying this like it's a bad thing. Having moderation tools is not bad. It's just also pretty obvious why these things are coming up now out of all the times they could have happened. Still, it's a nice change. Hopefully, no one in my audience got banned. I would like to think that you're all better than that. We're all here to improve and have fun after all, right? 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 And we'll see if more cases come up in the next couple of months. I will say, with the increased timing of next season, it does make me wonder a little bit more about 2.0. If you don't know, Season 2 is going from now, from December 1st, well, it's December 3rd right now, but now until March 1st. I have been a very big advocate that we're not going to hear much about 2.0 until the Arc World Tour, which is at the end of March. But that does make me think about how this is going to work. We get 2.0 at some point next year. I would hope not this time next year. And with them most definitely showing 2.0 stuff at the end of March, it does make me wonder, when's it coming out? If it's coming out, is it coming out in the middle of a season? How's it all gonna work? I am very confused and intrigued about it, if I'm entirely honest. Having the seasons just go for about 3 months and there not being a specific end date kind of makes you think that 2.0 might literally just be put on top of Strive. This isn't going to be a Granblue situation. It might literally just be a massive fuck-off patch that's just put on top. That way the season doesn't get shifted randomly because, oh, 2.0 is out now. But then again, you could say Strive 1.0 is just having seasons run endlessly, and 2.0 is going to have its own kind of season model. We'll fucking see, I guess. I could just be chatting bullshit. Who fucking knows? I do that a lot, to be fair. But if you have any ideas about it, let me know in the comment section down below. And why don't you subscribe while you're down there? Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow, where we're going to be playing some more Kasuga games over on the Twitch. It'll be a good time. Make sure to subscribe to see more interesting Strive and bullshit content on the channel. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!